Whitecaps, your thoughts going into a tough regular season opener against Boston College?
We're excited. I thought last weekend was a really good showing for us. A lot of speed, a lot of finesse on both sides of the puck, and thought we handled it very well. I'm excited about the team that we have, and going into our opening weekend, I think it's fantastic to play BC. They have a lot of speed, they have a lot of finesse, and good depth just like us, so it should be a great matchup.
Catherine McGovern, what did she kind of mention this program? She's got that unique background coming from Arizona, and she was telling me last week about how she kind of was helping out with their club women's program a little bit this summer with their camp. What kind of influence is she on the team and stuff?
I think she's that behind the scenes, unbelievably responsible defensively, humble, doesn't need to be in the headlines, doesn't need to be in the interviews, does the job right, and is therefore getting the ice time to show for it. And I know she'll be putting the puck in the net a lot more this year too. So she's the heart and soul type of player that you want to have every year.
What do you think it says for her, going back home to Arizona and willing to help out that new, a club hockey program there in Arizona State, one that would eventually like to join you guys at the NCAA level?
I think it's fantastic. She has an interest in coaching. We tried to help her get involved in some camps this summer, but she has her own connections too. And as you mentioned with the club team, I think it's awesome anytime one of your players wants to pursue coaching, and especially in that non-traditional area of Arizona, and the up-and-coming men's program, and eventually, hopefully, the women's program goes too, and hopefully she's involved in it.
How have you seen the hockey market in Arizona kind of develop, and have you noticed any more kids coming out of that area? Any more, prospects?
Sure. I used to go out there every spring for the Rocky Mountain District Camp, which is the best of the Arizona, the Colorado, Wyoming, Texas area. I went there for 5 years and worked with players like Katie McGovern and a player I had at Harvard, Lindsay Fry, who was on the Olympic team in 2014. So they are certainly growing. They love their hockey. It's clearly very hot there, so they enjoy getting into the rinks all summer long. And I think it's great, and it's growing just like the rest of women's and girls hockey.
What type of challenges BC present?
BC presents a challenge that, they have a lot of confidence. Regardless of who they lost on their roster, they had an undefeated season last year up until the national championship. So they have a lot of players remaining that have had that success, that know how to win, and frankly expect to win. So that's a challenge just in and of itself.
Maddie Rooney and Nets, your thoughts as a whole from last year and how that carries over for this year.
Yeah, I think she's doing very well. She had a great performance last Saturday, and she's stronger, she's more confident, she's more focused, and she knows it's her net, and I think that brings a level of confidence to her game as well.
Is this a deeper team than last year, you think, where you play some of these BC teams, these East Coast top end WCHA teams, that you don't have to roll your top six all game long against a team like this? Absolutely,
yeah. In general, if you look at our roster, depth is the biggest change. We have a really good freshman class, and getting Katka Rizrova back is a big piece of it. So I feel like we're strong up front, we're strong on the back end and in the nets.
Does that change your approach, or is it the same approach as last year? Or are you allowed to be maybe a little bit more aggressive throughout the games?
I think we can change our approach slightly. Don't want to give too much away, but yes, depth allows you to do different things.
Talk about how confident BC is coming into this. How much of a shot of confidence could this be for your team if you're able to get a couple of good results this week?
Yeah, absolutely. Winning would certainly be a shot in the arm for us, but I think we already have a lot of confidence based on the way that we came back from the summer, the strength training that I've mentioned in the past, the effort that everybody across the board put in to get ready. And like I've mentioned before, preparation brings confidence. So they feel really good about each other, and I think that alone helps you starting off the season.
Where do you think the biggest difference is where this team is now compared to where this team was a year ago in your first season?
I think we have a few key pieces up front that round out a nice set of lines for us. So that's a big step up. And I think on the back end, adding Jalen Elms into our top 4 core of D, that helps tremendously, so that those same few players aren't logging such heavy minutes.
And another year of being familiar with your system and them being familiar with you, that has to help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Culturally, we talked about it a lot last year. Just bringing my systems in, my vision, my cultural changes, and now having 1 year of that under their belts, I think it's showing on the ice, and everybody's a lot more comfortable, and they know what's expected of them, and they set the bar really high for themselves. We're all about work ethic, working hard in all 3 zones of the ice, no matter if you're Laura Stalder or somebody else on the team. And when your best players are willing to put themselves out there like that, you have a really good start.